Hey everybody, Thomas Joseph here, and today we are talking shrimp. Now, shrimp are crustaceans, and in the United States, we consume about 2 billion pounds of crustaceans every single year, and the majority of that is in shrimp. Now, I thought I would share with you some different varieties of shrimp that you might see out there in your supermarket, at your fishmonger's shop, and also the different sizes. So when your recipe calls for large shrimp or medium shrimp or colossal, what does that mean when you go to the store to buy them? Because they're usually priced per pound. Let's start off with the different varieties of shrimp that you might see out there in the marketplace. Now, one of my favorite varieties of shrimp is the pink shrimp. Now, the pink shrimp gets its name, obviously, from the color of the shell. Now, these aren't cooked, these are raw, and this pink pigment is inherent in the raw shrimp. Now, pink shrimp are found in the cold waters off of the Pacific Northwest into Alaska, in and around the cold waters of Japan. On the Atlantic side, it's in the northern Atlantic, so in and around Nova Scotia, up in northern Europe, and also it can be found in the deep, deep, deep south around South America in like Argentina. Now, pink shrimp have a wonderful sweet flavor, a very forward, almost lobster-like taste to them, and they're perfect in any way. So you can make a scampi, you can grill them, you can cut them up and make a ceviche. Similar in color, I would say, to the pink shrimp are what I have next here, and these are rock shrimp. Now, rock shrimp are typically found in warmer waters, and they get their name from their rock-like shell. They have a very hard, crisp shell. They're not typically sold in shell. They're typically sold peeled like this here. And rock shrimp actually have, I would say, the most similar flavor to lobster or langoustine, so a really intense sweet flavor, and they're much, much smaller. You don't really find them in big sizes, you find them in very small sizes, or they can also be found chopped up in little pieces, and they're fantastic added into soups. They're really great if you throw them into like a gumbo, into pastas. They're really wonderful. They're a really nice treat if you can find them. Now, in comparison to these tiny little rock shrimp, we have these big guys here, and I'm sure you've seen these out in the marketplace. Sometimes they come frozen, but these are head-on tiger prawns or tiger shrimp, and they get their name from the tiger-like stripes on the back of their shell. Now, tiger prawns are found in warmer waters in and around Vietnam. You can also find them off the coast of Nigeria, and they come in a range of sizes. When cooked, they lose this brown color, this brown-black stripe here, and they are pink in color like regular shrimp. Now, here in the United States, I would say that the most widely available shrimp that we have are these right here. These are white shrimp, and white shrimp are found in the Atlantic anywhere as north as New York, and then it goes all the way down the Atlantic coast into the Gulf of Mexico and as far south as Mexico. White shrimp are sold in a variety of sizes. They have the shortest lifespan of the shrimp family, and they have a sweet, mild flavor, and they do become a light pale pink when they are cooked. Now, this is a head-off version I have here, but you can also find white shrimp that have their head on, and this is a head-on version I have here. But one of the things that I really wanted to talk about, and I think that people really care about, is the sustainability of seafood these days and the sustainability of shrimp. Now, you can buy farm shrimp and you can buy wild shrimp, and most people say, well, which one do I buy? A great resource for you all is the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch. They tell you what the best choice is and what to avoid for that time of year. So before you go out to your supermarket and buy the shrimp that you need for your recipe, use them as a resource, and they'll tell you which is the best to buy in terms of sustainability and overall health of our oceans. What about size? Now, that's really important because in your recipe that you're going to make, we're probably going to tell you that you need large shrimp, or you need medium shrimp, or maybe you need small shrimp. What does that mean? Well, in the industry, shrimp are sold by size, by count per pound. Now, in front of me here, I have some different size options. Now, I'm going to start here with the biggest, which these are called U8 or U12. And what that means is there are 8 or 12 of these per pound, and these fit in the category of colossal. So if your recipe calls for colossal shrimp, if you're gonna do a beautiful shrimp cocktail, or if you're gonna have butterfly stuffed shrimp, this might be the size that you're looking for. Going down in size, we have jumbo shrimp here, and this is 16 to 20 per pound. Large shrimp, which I would say is probably the most common in a lot of recipes, these are 31 to 45 per pound. Medium, 41 to 50 per pound, and then small would be 61 to 90 per pound. And the small shrimp here are probably used in soups and things like that, or they can be chopped up and put into fillings or stuffings. Now, one other thing I wanted to show you is how to peel and devein your shrimp. What you want to do is, I have a white shrimp here and I'm going to show you how to do it. What you're going to do is you're going to flip the shrimp over. You're going to see where these little guys are. These are called swimmerets. These aren't actually the legs of the shrimp, but more like little fins or flippers that help them move through the water. And what you do is you grasp the underside of the shrimp, and I usually do that with my thumb, and then I peel away from the shrimp. So you grasp onto those swimmerets and you pull the shell away and around. You might have to do this 1 or 2 times. Now, depending on what your recipe is and what your preference might be, you might want to leave the tail on, which is totally fine. You can certainly do that. It makes for a nice presentation. Then you're going to take a sharp paring knife. You're going to glide it down the back side of the shrimp, going down about maybe 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch. You don't want to cut all the way through. And what you should be able to do then is expose the vein. And the vein here, if you want to get really scientific, or if you want to get anatomically correct, is the digestive tract of the shrimp. So you want to remove this, you want to discard that, and there you go, you have a peeled and deveined shrimp. Now, if you wanted to butterfly the shrimp, a lot of recipes for fried shrimp, or if you were going to stuff the shrimp, call for butterflied shrimp. What you're going to do after you devein the shrimp is you're going to cut even further down into the shrimp, and that's about maybe 1/2 an inch down. And what this does is it does what it suggests. It butterflies the shrimp open into a wider shape, and this will cause the shrimp to cook even faster. Now, last but not least, the one last thing I wanted to talk to you about, people always say, do I buy frozen shrimp or should I buy fresh shrimp? Well, to be quite honest, the majority of the shrimp sold out in the industry has been frozen. It's usually caught on boats and immediately frozen. When you take it home from the supermarket, if it is frozen, you want to let it defrost in your refrigerator. It takes maybe overnight up to a day to defrost, and then you're ready to use it for whatever recipe you have. And as always, guys, when you buy your shrimp at the supermarket, you want to make sure that it does not have a fishy smell to it at all. It should smell sweet, salty like the seawater. There you go, guys. I hope I've taught you a little bit about shrimp. And if you have any questions, Kitchen Conundrums, reach out to us using the hashtag Kitchen Conundrums. We'd love to hear from you, and we'd love some new ideas for some videos, guys. Enjoy.